Hello my friends, greetings and brightest of blessings. Holistic Holly, Modern Day Mystic here for a tarot reading for the week ahead. I hope you've all had a really good week and I hope you've been enjoying these videos as much as I've been enjoying making them. It's been really fun to share these with you, and the feedback I've been getting is amazing, so thank you so much. So we've just passed the summer solstice. There has been a lot going on for people. Collectively, I can see, from posts I'm seeing on social media, from direct messages and things I'm getting from people, that there has been some ups and downs for sure. But hopefully, everyone's getting a handle on that. Everyone's feeling a lot more confident in going forward. The summer solstice is always a time for kind of honouring and celebrating all the things that you've achieved so far in the year. So if you haven't already done so, I want you guys to just pause for a moment, and regardless of what situation you find yourself in at the moment, reflect back on all the things that you've overcome in the past year, all the things that you've learned, and the things that you've achieved. What were the ambitions that you set out to achieve this year, if you had any, and have you accomplished them? Have you got close to achieving them, or have you veered off track a bit? And if so, that's fine, because life gets in the way. Maybe you've changed course and changed direction somewhat, but it's a really kind of good time to kind of consolidate and show gratitude for what it is that we have before the nights start drawing in again, and we have to spend more time internalizing and reflecting inward, and kind of setting ideas aside for the seeds we want to plant for the next year's cycle, which is probably a weird kind of concept to consider, seeing as we are at midsummer, but it's just something for you to think about. So I am actually out in the garden. I was getting some distractions from my little boy, so I thought, well, I'll pop out in the garden and do it out here. So I've picked a card already, but I haven't looked at what it is, so let me have a look. What have we got? Ooh, so the card we have got today for you is the Queen of Swords, but it was upside down. So the Queen of Swords is right. Swords are all to do with the way we think, the way we the way we process things mentally, like what's going on internally for us, but more to do with kind of thought processes rather than emotions, and it's also to do with kind of ideas, inspiration, things that have been kind of clouding our mental space. Okay, so it's good ideas as well as kind of catastrophizing and thinking about the negative and the bads and the things that perhaps we don't want to happen. So the fact that it's the Queen of Swords is always someone who is in control of that aspect of her reality, and so the fact that this has come out reverse is suggestive to me that at the moment you're letting things cloud your thoughts. Okay, you're not focusing on what it is that you want, you're focusing on rather that what you don't have or what you don't want. Okay, so there's a bit of a focus on lack mentality around this card, the fact that it's come out reverse, but also it's worrying about potential outcomes that are not necessarily going to come to fruition. So this is all about mastering our thoughts, and I know this theme has come up a lot lately, and it's something that I talk a lot about. I think my readings, I focus on this a lot. It's about self-mastery, and this is all about getting in control of what's running through your brain, what's focusing your concentration. What you spend your time thinking about is really important, and it's time that you really got a handle on that. Okay, it's really important that you do. Now, just because you have a thought, it doesn't make it true. That's really important to remember, but also that the things that you're focusing on, the things that are catching your attention, they're not necessarily going to be helpful or conducive for what you want going forward. So be aware of what you spend your time consuming. Don't mindlessly scroll through social media. Don't spend your time engaging in news stories or what have you if they're going to put you in a negative space, in a negative place, thought-wise, energy-wise, emotion-wise. So really you have more control over what you allow yourself to consume than you realize that you do. So it's just about taking ownership of that, okay, and planting the seeds of intention, setting the seeds of intention, what you want going forward, okay, what you want to think about, what you want to focus on, because what we focus on grows, okay. And it's an expression that you've probably heard me say before if you've watched these before. Our mind is the garden, the thoughts are the seeds. You can go grow flowers or you can grow weeds. So you get to choose what you spend your time thinking about. And if you realize that you kind of having all these barrage of negative thoughts or what have you, or you feel like you are being overwhelmed by things that you don't necessarily want to think about, ask yourself, is this yours? Are these your thought forms? Is this energy coming in actually yours that you need to think about, or is this something that you're picking up, like psychically, empathically, from the world around you? And because that's something that's very real. We are, spiritual, psychically sensitive beings, and we can pick up, through the collective consciousness, through being in close proximity to others, their thoughts, their emotions, and their negativity, if you like. So just be mindful of that as well. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say for today. Just be mindful of what you're thinking about, and if it's not conducive, if it's not what you want to think about, break the cycle. Completely change the subject, shake things up. Do something that makes you feel good, makes you happy, and really kind of changes the space that you're in. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I really, really appreciate that. I honestly do so much. And if you've enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell if you don't want to miss any. And if you're watching this on Instagram or on Facebook or wherever you're watching it, give me a comment. Let me know if this resonates with you and how you feel about this. Is this something that you've even thought about before? So let me know in the comments. Tag a friend who might find this helpful, who perhaps might need a little bit of a reminder to just be careful about where they're focusing their attention. And I will hopefully see you next week. So love, light, and many blessings, my friends. Have a great, great week. Loads of love. Bye for now.